Hello students, Miss Lockhart here. I am going to show you how to color our beautiful Georgia O'Keeffe flowers and background. If you did a different drawing, awesome. You can use the same techniques that I'm using, but different colors depending on what it is that you drew. We are going to be using color value like we've been talking about this first quarter. So I'm starting with my dark shade almost. It's a dark red. Now this is how Georgia O'Keeffe colored her flowers. So I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to use this red color pencil and press down hard enough to where I have a nice dark value or shade. And I'm going to just put it at the very beginning of the petal where it's closest to the center. And you'll see I'm beginning to do two values. Do you see that? There's a dark and a medium. So I'm pressing down a little less with less pressure for that medium value. So it starts dark with a hard pressure, just like we've done before in the past few projects with color pencils. The harder you press, the darker your value, and so on. The lighter you press, the lighter. So I'm just doing two different shades here with the red. You could be using a different color. Wherever your flower or whatever your subject is, wherever you want it to be darkest, like closest to the center, or maybe, who knows, maybe you want it to be darkest further away. I'm not sure, because we all are going to maybe do different drawings. Press down harder where you want it to be darker, and then lighter where it's a little lighter. Now what we're going to do is we are going to, with color pencils, we're going to blend two different colors together. So even if you're not using red, you can be using a different color with your two different values, and then in a moment we will add another color on top. And where it is a medium value, not the dark of the red, the value that's lighter, we'll be able to put another color on top of that and blend them to create a new color, an intermediate color. So it's different than paint because we can't mix the colors together as if they're paint with a paintbrush, like liquid, but instead we can mix them together when we just have a lighter value, and you leave a little bit of the white paper for the next color. So you can see now I'm adding pink, just like Georgia O'Keeffe did and her flowers, and I'm leaving the ends of the petals white for the yellow. You can see I have overlapped the pink over that medium value of the red we just did, and you can see how it's blended, and now it's kind of a nice pinkish red, and then it goes pink. So from the center we have dark red, pinkish red, pink. So it's like a gradient, dark to light. Okay, you can see here I'm eager to put that yellow down to show you how now your gradient goes all the way to bright yellow. So the yellow is going to overlap the pink just a little bit to create a really nice blended effect. It's kind of a nice pinkish yellow. Makes me think of something tropical. So these are the steps that I will be doing throughout. Oops, wait. Hold on, that's pink. Okay, so I'll be doing the middle of the petals pink. And don't forget to try to blend your colors, even if you're not using pink, whatever your next color is. Go ahead and try to blend it with the previous one. So you'll see here, I am going to repeat these steps You can draw along with me or pause the video as often as you need. And remember, you can always be creative and change your colors. All right, I'm finishing up the yellow ends on the petals. And you can see how it's blended with the pink and it looks really fun. Now I'm going to use this yellow here in the middle of the flower. And I'm going to grab my red color pencil again and color in this next section. If your flower looks different, then go ahead and do whatever you think looks best with your coloring. Add details. Here are some details, little dots, little red dots on the very center of the flower. You can see it's beginning to look quite similar to the painting on the left. What's missing? Some dark value. Here, I'm using a dark brown color pencil. You could use a dark black or even a dark maroon. Anything that's dark. And I'm not pressing all the way down. I'm leaving a little bit of that white paper showing because I am going to overlap and blend a red on top of that dark value. So it's more of a dark, look at that nice dark red now. It's a fun trick. I love blending color pencils. If you already had a dark red, then you can go ahead and just do that. Or any color that you're choosing to be creative. Good job, guys. You have just about finished your flower. Now we are going to work on the background. Now I'm doing something different this time. I wanted to do a painting and I wanted to draw with color pencils. So when I do my background, I'm only going to be drawing on half of the background. You can see here I'm doing just a little bit of blending with my finger. I didn't do too much, but I like to do that just to get a little bit of that color blended. Now I'm picking out colors for the background. You'll notice I'm going a little bit faster. You can choose whatever colors you really want, but I'm trying to stick to the original. Now, I'm doing something a little bit unusual. I'm using a turquoise behind the flower and those little bits of space that are coming through. It's similar to how Georgia O'Keeffe did her original. You can look back at it if you're curious. There are some turquoise splotches that are representing, my guess is they're representing the stem and the leaves of the flower without actually drawing the exact leaves or stem. So now I'm going to be using a dark brown near those lines, those extra little lines that I drew for the hillside. That is going to be my darkest value, the top of that hill, and then I lessen my pressure, and then I have a medium value. So the darkest value is next to the Sharpie. And then as you move away from the Sharpie, it gets lighter. And I say Sharpie, but your outline, so whatever your outline was made with, that outline will be the darkest. And then as you move away from it, you'll have a medium to light value following. It's like a gradient. So you'll have the darkest value of your gradient is on the line, and the lightest is furthest away. And you can really do it however you want, guys. This is the background. So as long as you're doing a little bit of a gradient, dark somewhere and light somewhere, it's going to look awesome no matter what. Imagine where your light source is. What is getting light and what is not getting light. And it doesn't have to make perfect sense. That's actually what's so fun about art, is you can make light look how you want it to look. So I'm going to continue to add some color down below, but this time I'm going to add a little bit of red. Now it seems like a strange placement or color to put down, but I'm looking at the original painting and I noticed that she has this red here below. It could be representing more flowers below, or who knows, maybe the sand is more red closer up. Remember, she's painting the way she sees flowers. And that's what's so cool about making art, is you get to make a visual representation of what you see and how you see it. And that is what she has done here with these flowers. She's painting it how she sees it, not exactly how the flowers look. So she's going to add some orange, and we are going to add some orange if you're following along. It's just like another little layer of orange on top of the red. And that's about it for the background. Oh, but I'm forgetting something important. I wonder if you can see what it is. The sky. Now, I know this is going fast. I'm hoping that you've been pausing the video. Oh, before I do the sky, I want to go over those sandy hills with this sort of yellowish brown, kind of light brown, just to give the hills a little bit more of a sandy look. Right now, yeah, before it was just brown, and now it's going to have this sort of fun sand color going. It's like an ochre, but it's really just like a yellowish orange with brown. So I'm going to go over, just mix it up. You can use any color you want. You can try mixing two colors, or you can leave it as just one color if that's what you want to. Okay, everybody, you have done an excellent job. If you have finished coloring your background and your flowers, now we're going to do the sky. So you'll see I have a darker value closest to the top of the page, and then a lighter one as it gets close to the mountaintops or hilltops. And as you all know, I have only done one half of my page with color pencils. You will be doing both the left and the right side with color pencils. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for following along.